Hi, it's Trevor and Caroline. We've been on the road for 12 months, touring and working in our 16-foot cross track. We'd like you to join us as we start our second year. Barcaldin.
Barcaldin. There you go.
Thank you, Barcaldin, for telling us how to pronounce your name. In a country that's full of crass big things like big prawns, big potatoes, this is a bloody big tree, and it's not crass. This is beautiful. I would hate to be under here if whatever's holding up those timbers decides to let go. She's not a tree hugger, she's just trying to obtain knowledge from it. Now it's now the tree of less knowledge. Eat that, Mr. Whitehead. That one there is petrified wood. Radio. We've moved on from Longreach. We stopped in today and had a look at the Tree of Knowledge, and then at Blackall, the Black Stump. And we've now camped at Stumpy Bend campground just out of Tambo, out near the race course. Maximum 3-night stay. Subject to flooding, slippery when wet, do not litter. There's one other caravan parked down the other end from us. So we're just going to stop here for tonight. And go and watch the chook racing tomorrow. Tonight. And the record of first Qantas, well, the first Qantas and only Qantas, I think, airplane crash. I think it technically gets away with, they weren't Qantas then, so yeah. So we've got a nice little creek here. There are fire pits along here. We've put in our yabby trap, our brand new yabby traps that we brought in. Where did we buy those? Longreach, at Mitre 10. And we'll see if we can catch a yabby or a cherubin or a crocodile. Chook's gone to have a lie down, and I'm supposed to be sitting outside quietly, but we all know I'm not. Right, we'll catch you at the chook races.
Last night, I saw chicken racing. And you know what? They're not going to believe you. So if you need proof to show them that you went chicken racing, we have chicken racing merchandise for sale. Oh! We have most of those chicken collars, but we're about to hit lap number 1 now! Apart from Bumblebee doing what she's good at, doing nothing! No, we are not.
Yeah! So when you go to the Qantas Museum, they talk about this. The plane technically hadn't become a Qantas plane at the time. It was a brand new plane that they had ordered. When you see the planes that they were flying in those days, it's amazing that this was their only crash. My dad used to have an air charter company in South Australia, and his photo album was full of planes that were upside down or in just big jumbles of mess.
It became a family trait.
Yeah, and my brother, he used to fly ultralights. I believe that was a successful landing. Alrighty, we're heading off to Mitchell today. And I think we're going to try and camp out the weir there for a couple of days. Have a look around, have a relax, save some money, because we've now got to buy fuel. And if you're travelling around, you know that your biggest killer is fuel, followed by grog.
Pretty much.
We don't eat, so food's very low on our level. Lovely little transport museum. Directly opposite the Shell Roadhouse here in Tambo. I'd say this is all one company. No, several different companies. Right, it looks like it's one company through the years. And the different people have owned it and the changes. Johnson and Egan. It's very hard to see through the window because of the reflection. Sorry about that. So we spent a nice evening at a free camp out of Tambo. We went to the famous chook races and I managed to win a chook. So technically it was whiskers and 2 chooks. Unfortunately the chook I chose, which was I won, was apricot chicken.
The only chicken dish you won't eat, pretty much.
Yeah, apricot chicken's the only chicken dish I won't eat because Chook's mum fed it to me once and when I cut into it, blood spurted out. And since then I just won't eat it. So what have we got to see in Mitchell Chook Chook?
In Mitchell, there's the Artesian Spa, there's the Heritage Museum. As you can see, I'm reading it off a list because I have no idea what we're doing. The Arrest Creek Memorial, that sounds ominous. And the Mitchell Stock Grid. Don't know what's worth seeing about that, but apparently it's worth seeing. I just got hit by a hat. So, yeah, I think we've got 2 days at Mitchell, but we'll see how we go.
The road from Tambo down towards Mitchell is a bit bumpy.
Yeah, not the best.
Not the best. The countryside around here is starting to dry out. It's not as green and lush as it is further up north where the floods were.
So we're at Mitchell, and we've found a nice little spot. We'll just squeeze our mate into it so we're not taking up room for everyone else. I think this is going to be quite a popular spot. We're right on the river at the dam. It's a donation spot. $10 a night is the recommended fee, which we'll pay soon.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to tell me how far back I've got to go.
I've got jobs to do. Okay. All right, bring it back. That'll do ya. So that just, not too close. So this is the hard work of levelling the van with the airbags. I think it's actually a marriage saver once you find the app. Done. All right, let's go see if it's the right height for me to cook at, because being beautiful, I don't have to stand on the step for the kitchen, so I'm happy about that.
This is our campsite at the Weir campground at Mitchell. It's a donation campground. I have seen people comment that if it's a donation, it's free. We like to pay. We give them $10 a night for any donation sites. They come along, they keep the bins clean, the toilets and that are clean. So $10 a night doesn't hurt me. Yeah, Attack Creek out of Mitchell. Let's find out what it's all about.
On April 2nd, 1902, a party led by Constable Doyle attempted to arrest Patrick and James Kenneth at Longreach Rocket, approximately 150 miles north of Mitchell, on a charge of horse theft. Constable Doyle and station manager A.C. Darkley were killed in the encounter, and a massive police search began for the murderers. On Sunday, June 22nd, J.B. Eaton, who owned a farm half a mile east of here, reported a bag of wheat stolen, and as it was known that the Kenneth brothers were in the area, a plan of capture laid down by Chief Inspector Douglas was commenced. Early on the morning of the following day, a police party led by First Class Constable William Tasker, accompanied by Constable Arthur Scanlon, Constable William Messon and Constable Samuel Cram, followed the tracks of 2 unshod horses, and at sunrise came upon the camp, which was on the ridge 500 yards beyond this memorial. Patrick Kenneth, unarmed, was chased and captured by Constable Cram, while Jenny Kenneth, armed with 2 loaded rifles, was located close to the grid between here and Mitchell, where he surrendered. The arrest is usually regarded as the last episode in the century-long struggle between police and bushrangers.
Well, there we go. So this is possibly, this one here signifies the arrest of the unarmed fella. And then back towards town, there's a red statue on the hill.
And
I'd say that signifies the spot where the other fella was grabbed. There was also a Constable Scanlon. Patrick fell here and was captured. There you go. That's the name of this sculpture. There's also a copper named Scanlon who was involved in the Ned Kelly capture as well. Or actually, Scrubby Creek. I shall investigate. And if I'm full of shit, you won't see this. View from camp tonight. We're down, we're at the Archers Crossing campground outside Chinchilla. We'll stay here for a couple of nights. Just down over the bank there is the river. We've got our nets down there. We'll see if we can catch anything. I managed to catch about half a dozen cherubim this morning in Mitchell. And they were about the size of small river prawns. So I let them all go. It's not a bad little free camp. A few of the campsites have little barbies. They've all been fairly well cleaned up. Down that way, but you're closer towards the boat ramp, so therefore close to the water. We chose to stay up here. There's already a few people down there. So Chookie and I have put our nets in down here. Both of us slipped and going down. Definitely not as agile as we used to be. The water's got a slight green tinge on the top, I'd say like an algal bloom or something. There's no warning here. I can't imagine it being too stagnant because I only just stopped having floods around the area. But it's nice and quiet.
let's try some Kingaroy peanuts.
So, we've come all the way across Australia so Chook can buy peanuts. She's been hanging out this and to see the giant peanut. She's been travelling for the last 12 months with a giant peanut.
Hey, when in Kingaroy, do the peanut thing.
Do the peanuts. We've got to do this or old Sir Joe will evict us from his state. So we've got our new spot. You can see old mate Neville parked up behind us. It's just out of Kingaroy, on the banks of a little river or creek. And once again we've forgotten the name of it. So I'll put it on the screen. Chookie got all excited because there was signs saying look out for the koalas. Once again, she has something about round, fat, airy things that don't do too much. So we're here for one night, and then we'll be heading off to Gympie for 3 nights, and then to Gympie Creek for camp for a cure. It's organised by the team from Now and Ever, a YouTube channel that actually gets watched because their videos don't suck. Anyway, if we spot a koala, we'll show you. Very nice little area down here. Oh no, if she sees the platypus, we'll never leave here. So I'm out here making Chook a coffee just outside Kingaroy. That wonderful pungent odour of Gympie wood or Gympie flower, which about this time last year we didn't know what it was. We thought somebody's sewage was overflowing until the locals started laughing and telling us about their beautiful Gympie flowers. We got here yesterday and we thought, oh, the toilets smell terrible. You go to the toilets are lovely. That's not. It's the Gympie wood. Ah, wonderful sunny Queensland. Bullshit.